your junk drawer, your piggy bank, even that old coin jar on top of the fridge. Because buried in there might be a little quarter that could turn your regular Tuesday into a millionaire moment. I'm talking about the 2016 D. Harper's Ferry quarter. Yeah, that's right. A 25-cent coin that looks like pocket change to most people, but it could actually be worth up to $1.4 million. That's not a typo. That's a real, serious figure. Now you might be thinking, come on, how can a coin from just 2016 be worth that much? It's not even that old. Well, sit tight, grab a cup of coffee or whatever helps you think better, because this story is gonna surprise you. I'll break down exactly why this coin is so valuable, how to tell if you've got the $1 million version, and how this all ties back to a funny little coin hunt I had with my Uncle Jim who thought he'd struck gold with a Canadian nickel. So let's start with a bit of background. The Harper's Ferry Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, launched by the U.S. Mint in 2010. Each coin in this series features a national park or historical site from one of the 50 states, and in 2016, West Virginia got its moment in the spotlight. Now Harper's Ferry isn't just a pretty name. It's a town full of American history. It's where John Brown made his famous raid in 1859, which added fuel to the fire leading up to the Civil War. The quarter itself features the iconic John Brown's fort, with beautifully detailed architecture for such a small coin. The one that could make you rich isn't just any Harper's Ferry quarter. It's the 2016 D Mint Mark version. That D stands for Denver, which is where it was minted. Most of these coins are worth face value 25 cents, but a few were minted with ultra-rare die errors and minting mistakes that have made collectors go absolutely bananas. So what makes this 2016 D Harper's Ferry quarter worth $1.4 million? It's all about the error. Now in the world of coin collecting, an error coin is basically a coin that was struck incorrectly by the mint. These can be off-center strikes, double dies, misaligned dies, or even wrong planchets. That's the blank metal disc before it's turned into a coin. The rarest 2016 D Harper's Ferry quarters have a dramatic double die error on the reverse side. That's the side with the image of John Brown's fort. The windows, bricks, and even the text are doubled in such a way that they pop out when viewed with a magnifying glass. If you've got good eyes, you might even spot it without one. But that's not all. Some of these rare quarters were also struck on the wrong planchet, meaning they were made using metal blanks meant for other coins entirely, like dimes or foreign currency. That combination of errors? That's the jackpot. That's what pushes the price up to the $1 million mark. Let's talk money for a second. This isn't just some internet myth or rumor cooked up on a coin forum. One of these error coins actually sold at auction for a whopping $1.4 million. Graded by one of the top services, in mint condition, with all the errors intact, it blew everyone's minds. And now, of course, the average one of these won't be worth that much. A regular 2016 D Harper's Ferry quarter might get you 50 cents to a few bucks if it's in excellent shape. But one with a legit mint error, especially a double die or wrong planchet, can easily bring in thousands. And if it's the one with the combined minting errors? You're looking at life-changing money. First, flip the coin over and look closely at the building. Use a magnifier or a coin loop. If the windows and the bricks look slightly doubled or fuzzy, that's your first clue. Next, check the edge. Is the coin a little thinner than usual? Is the metal color slightly off? That could be a wrong planchet. Missing letters, misaligned designs, or any part of the coin that just seems off. You don't need to be an expert, just someone with a sharp eye and a little patience. Once you think you've found something, don't clean it. Ever. That's like washing a vintage baseball card. Instead, get it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll tell you exactly what you have, and if it's the real deal, they'll certify it for auction. Now let me tell you a quick story. A couple of years back, my Uncle Jim, a retired truck driver with a beard longer than your grandma's yarn stash, got bit by the coin collecting bug after watching a documentary on rare pennies. He calls me up one night, says he's found the Holy Grail. He's whispering like it's national security. I drive over, and he shows me a shiny coin he's kept in a sandwich bag, not a coin holder, an actual sandwich bag. It was a Canadian nickel from 1992. Wrong country, wrong coin. But hey, enthusiasm counts for something. I taught him how to sort through rolls of quarters from the bank, and now he does it like a hobby. One night he actually pulled out a 2016 D Harper's Ferry quarter and called me in a panic. "It's the one," he shouted. Turns out it was just a regular one, but he's been hunting ever since. This isn't just about luck. It's about knowing what to look for, taking the time, and having a bit of fun with it. You never know what you'll find. It could be the quarter that changes your life. First, get it graded and authenticated. PCGS or NGC are your best bets. If the coin is truly valuable, they'll give it a grade, seal it in a slab, and it becomes your golden ticket. Then, auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stacksbowers, or even eBay, if you're feeling brave, are where the serious coin collectors go looking. But don't rush. Get advice, maybe even talk to a coin dealer or a coin lawyer. Yes, that's the thing, this isn't a lottery ticket you cash in and forget. This is a serious collectible asset, and if handled right, it could be the smartest 25 cents you've ever saved. So there you have it. The 2016 D. Harper's Ferry Quarter. Born in Denver. Part of American history. And if the stars align, worth $1.40 million. Whether you're a casual coin collector, a curious treasure hunter, or just someone hoping to turn spare change into something spectacular, this is your sign. Start looking. Flip those quarters. Check your jars. Ask Grandma if she's got any old change laying around. Because hidden in the most ordinary places can be the most extraordinary treasures. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, or you just want more tips about coins that could fatten your wallet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Tap the bell so you never miss a new drop. We've got plenty more coins to cover, stories to tell, and real money to uncover. Where your spare change might just be your ticket to early retirement in a beachfront condo. Today we're diving into a coin that has shocked collectors, stunned the market, and turned regular people like you and me into six-figure sellers overnight. We're talking about the legendary 2004 Wisconsin quarter from the Philadelphia Mint. Yep, the one with the P Mint mark and a little something extra hiding in plain sight. This coin is no ordinary 25 cents. Oh no, it's been known to sell for up to $1.5 million, and yes, you heard that right, a quarter that could buy you a luxury car, a cabin in the mountains, or even help you pay off that mortgage that's been haunting you since the Bush administration. But here's the twist: this $1 million quarter could be sitting in your junk drawer, your glove box, or that old coin jar you've been meaning to cash in at the grocery store. So grab your cup of coffee, or better yet, your magnifying glass, and let's dig into how this tiny piece of metal is flipping the coin world upside down. And stick around to the end, because I'll be sharing a personal story of how I nearly spent one of these gems at a vending machine. No kidding. In 2004, the U.S. Mint released the Wisconsin State Quarter as part of the 50 State Quarters program, a series that ran from 1999 to 2008, honoring each of the 50 states. Wisconsin's quarter featured a cow, a wheel of cheese, and an ear of corn. You know, good old Midwestern hospitality on a coin. But something strange happened. During production at the Philadelphia Mint, a small yet incredibly valuable die error slipped through the cracks and made its way into circulation. Some of these quarters showed an extra leaf on the left side of the corn husk. Now, this wasn't just a little dirt or damage, this was a legitimate minting error, and it came in two distinct versions: the high leaf and the low leaf varieties. You see, most quarters have the plain ear of corn with just the normal leaves, but if you happen to find one with an extra leaf curling up or down, then congratulations, you've just hit the jackpot. Collectors and dealers went wild for these variants when they first hit the news, and the demand has only grown over the years, especially for coins in pristine uncirculated condition. In top condition, a 2004 P Wisconsin quarter with the high leaf error has fetched over $1.5 million in private auctions and dealer circles. Even more circulated examples can bring in thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, depending on grade. I appeal in rarity. Now, before you go raiding your couch cushions, let's break down how to identify these valuable coins. First, look for the P Mint mark just under the "In God We Trust" inscription on the obverse that tells you it was minted in Philadelphia. Then flip that coin over and check the corn. If you see an extra leaf sticking out from the lower left side or slightly higher up toward the middle, that's the golden ticket. The low leaf appears as a subtle little growth downward, while the high leaf looks like a leaf shooting out above the husk, almost like the corn sprouted an antenna. And no, these aren't postman scratches or damages, these are genuine errors created by a faulty die during the minting process. Now, why are they worth so much? It's all about rarity, condition, and demand. Only a small batch of these quarters were ever struck with this leaf error, and nobody knows the exact number, but experts estimate only a few thousand exist in far fewer in mint state condition. That's what drives the price up and makes coin collectors empty their wallets for them. Average circulated versions of these coins with moderate wear can still go for $5,000 to $15,000 depending on condition and the market. Uncirculated or mint state examples, especially those graded MS65 or higher, can go for six figures easily, and the one that broke records was an MS68 example of the high leaf Variety sold through a private dealer at a mind-blowing $1.5 million if you want to get your hands on one of these coins, or maybe you already have one in your pocket. Here's what you need to do. Step 1, stop spending quarters without checking them. Step 2, grab a decent magnifying glass or even the zoom lens on your phone and start inspecting every 2004 Wisconsin quarter you find. Step 3, compare it to online images of the high leaf and low leaf varieties. Trust me, once you see it you can't unsee it. And finally, if you think you've got the real deal, take it to a professional coin dealer or get it graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC, because that's the difference between a cool story and $1 million payday. Alright, now let me share a quick personal story. So last year I was cleaning out the center console of my car and I found a stack of quarters covered in old receipts and a granola bar wrapper. I am sifting through them half-heartedly when one of the coins caught my eye. It was a Wisconsin quarter with a weird mark on the corn husk. Now I'm no expert, but I'd been hearing all the hype about the high leaf, so I figured why not take a closer look. I grabbed my phone, zoom in, and sure enough there it was, a leaf sticking out above the husky. Nearly threw the coin in the air out of excitement. Now unfortunately, when I took it to a local coin shop they told me it was just damage, not the real deal, but for 48 hours I was convinced I'd found the coin that was gonna pay off my mortgage and get me a new truck. Still, even though it wasn't the $1 million one, it reminded me just how easy it is to overlook value that's hiding in plain sight, and that's why I tell everyone, check your change, you literally never know. So there you have it, friends, the story of the 2004 P Wisconsin quarter, a simple little coin with an extra leaf and a whole lot of value. It's one of the most exciting modern era coins out there, and it proves that treasure doesn't always come in gold bars or pirate chests. Sometimes it jingles in your pocket. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting into the hobby, this is one coin you definitely want to keep an eye out for, and who knows, maybe your next trip to the gas station will earn you more than just fuel points. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, or even just a tiny bit interesting, hit that like button and smash that subscribe button too. We've got more coin tips coming your way, rare finds, coin flipping strategies, and stories from everyday people cashing in on their collections. Don't forget to ring that bell so you never miss a chance to spot the next $1 million coin. And hey, if you ever find a 2004 P Wisconsin quarter with a high leaf or low leaf error, drop a comment and tell it. That turns pocket change into power moves. If you've ever dug into your couch cushions or fished out some change from your car's cup holder, today's video just might make you a millionaire. That's right, we're talking about a coin most people spend without a second thought, but one rare version is worth, drumroll please, $1.7 million. Yep, you heard me. A quarter. Just 25 cents. Specifically, the 2018 P Voyagers National Park quarter. And now, before you rush off to raid your piggy bank, stick around because I'm going to break down exactly why this coin is so valuable, what to look for, how to tell if you've got one, and how people just like you are turning forgotten coins into a fortune. Plus, I've got a personal story you won't want to miss. So grab your favorite drink, relax, and let's dive into the wonderful wild world of $1 million quarters. Let's start with some basics. The 2018 P Voyagers quarter was part of the America the Beautiful series from the U.S. Mint. These coins highlighted national parks and landmarks from every state and territory. Voyagers National Park is up in Minnesota, right on the Canadian border. Gorgeous lakes, wild nature, and, apparently, a coin worth a small fortune. Now here's where it gets fun. Most people don't give these newer quarters a second glance. But collectors? They know better. They know that even a modern coin can carry secrets and value if it has the right traits. The Philadelphia Mint struck millions of these Voyagers quarters, but a very small number came out with rare errors and die varieties. That's where the magic happens. These aren't just any quarters, these are 1 in a million misfits. And now, you're probably thinking, what on earth makes a quarter from just a few years ago worth more than a Lamborghini? Here's the deal. The $1.7 million Voyagers quarter has a combination of rare features. We're talking double die obverse, off-center strike, and a mint luster so perfect it practically glows. Some even speculate that the few ultra-rare examples were struck on experimental planchets, the metal blanks used before mass production begins. Let me break that down. A double die obverse means the coin was struck by a misaligned die, creating a doubled image. You'll usually notice this in the letters, especially in the word Liberty and In God We Trust. It kind of looks like the coin has a shadow. That's a collector's gold mine. Now add in an off-center strike where the design is visibly shifted, and bam, you've got something very few coins ever show. Combine that with a flawless surface, no bag marks, and that elusive Philadelphia Mint mark, and suddenly, your quarter is the belle of the billionaire's ballpoint. One of these babies was found in a roll of uncirculated quarters by a hobbyist in Pennsylvania. He almost spent it at a gas station. I'm serious. He only noticed the weird doubling when he went to add it to his quarter map. Smart move, he sent it to a grading service, it came back MS68 with errors, and not long after, it hit the auction block and went for $1.7 million. Imagine that. You walk in with a coin worth 25 cents and walk out with a check that could buy you a mansion and a Ferrari. Now let me tell you a little story. A few years ago, I was cleaning out an old shoebox full of random stuff. You know the kind: batteries, screws, a paperclip shaped like a cat. And in the bottom of the box was this shiny 2018 quarter. I almost tossed it into a jar. But something made me look closer. The design was cool: a mother loon and her baby, calm water, a peaceful forest in the background. I just gotten into coin collecting, so I figured, why not take a peek? Turns out it wasn't one of the super rare ones, but just checking that coin got me hooked. I started watching videos, reading up on mint errors, and before long, I was going through rolls from the bank every weekend. It became a hobby, a passion, and now here we are, talking to you about how your spare change could change your life. That's the side with George Washington. Look closely at the lettering. Is anything doubled? Especially in Liberty or In God We Trust? Use a magnifying glass or even your phone's zoom. The loon, the water, the trees. Check for off-center features, odd lines, or blurred edges. Raised lines or blobs of metal that show the die was wearing out. Make sure the coin has a P mint mark. That P stands for the Philadelphia Mint. Check the coin's color and shine. Coins with mirror-like surfaces or exceptional luster often get higher grades, which massively boosts their value. And finally, if you think you found something good, don't clean it. I repeat, don't clean your coins. Cleaning kills value. Instead, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC.so. Let's say you hit the jackpot. You find the real deal, a 2018 P Voyagers quarter with all the right errors and a gorgeous mint state grade. Take a breath. Then document the coin. Take clear photos, both sides. Then research recent sales to confirm you're on the right track. After that, send it to be graded. That's key. A coin that grades MS67 or MS68 with errors can easily fetch 6 or 7 figures at auction. Enjoy your windfall. Whether you invest it, take a dream vacation, or buy that tricked-out RV you've been eyeing for years, just remember where it started. A single coin. One little quarter. The 2018 P Voyagers quarter. A coin that's beautiful, rare, and worth more than most people's houses. This is why coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a treasure hunt. Now I don't know about you, but after learning this, I can't look at my spare change the same way again. Every coin has a story. Some have secrets. And a few? A very lucky few, have value beyond belief. So before you spend that quarter at the gas station or let it slide between the couch cushions, give it a second look. Who knows? You might be sitting on a $1.7 million piece of history. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss a chance to learn about coins that could change your life. I've got plenty more coming your way, from pennies worth thousands to nickels that made collectors cry tears of joy. Drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin or want to share your own story. And remember, the next big find might be in your pocket right now. Hey folks, what if I told you that the humble quarter rattling around in your junk drawer or cup holder could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.8 million? No joke. That's right. A 1990 Washington quarter, the same kind you might have used to buy gum back in the day, could fund your retirement, buy you a house, and still leave enough change for a lifetime supply of barbecue ribs. And now, before you run to flip your couch cushions and raid the change jar, let me tell you exactly why this coin is making headlines and sending collectors into a frenzy. Where your pocket change might just be your jackpot. If you're new here, I'm your friendly neighborhood coin whisperer, and today we're diving deep into the story of the 1990 Washington quarter that could change your life forever. So grab a seat, maybe even your magnifying glass, and let's crack open the treasure chest of American coinage. Alright, let's start with the basics. The 1990 quarter was minted in Denver. It's your classic Washington quarter, George Washington on the obverse, eagle on the reverse, made of copper and nickel, weighing just under 6 grams. Millions of these were produced. But as with any good treasure, rarity hides in the details. One 1990 quarter recently shocked the numismatic world with a record-breaking market value of $1.8 million. That's not a typo. 1.8 million. Let's talk minting errors, die varieties, condition, and a few surprises that make this little coin a golden ticket. Most 1990D quarters are worth, well, 25 cents. But the valuable ones? They stand out because of minting anomalies. That's when the image is stamped twice slightly off-center, creating a shadowed or doubled look on the date, letters, or Washington's features. Imagine a quarter where the rim's all wonky or parts of the design are missing. That's an error collectors drool over. Sometimes a quarter gets accidentally minted on the wrong type of metal blank. Like a dime blank. Wild, right? A combination of multiple errors on a single coin in pristine, mint state condition. We're talking MS68 or higher on the Sheldon grading scale. That's basically perfection. Collectors and investors go crazy for these rare coins. And when two wealthy bidders want the same coin? You get $1 million bidding war. Let me take a second to tell you a little story that still blows my mind. About 5 years ago, I was helping my uncle move out of his old farmhouse in Nebraska. Now my uncle is one of those never throws anything away kind of guys. We're cleaning out this old wooden drawer in the garage when I find a rusted old coffee can filled with coins. I dump it out and boom, quarters from the 80s, 90s, a few wheat pennies, some Canadian change, even a silver Roosevelt dime. I almost tossed it aside. But something told me to keep a few, especially a nice shiny 1990D quarter. Months later, out of pure boredom, I checked it against some online listings. Turns out it had a minor double die on the obverse. Nothing major, but enough to sell it for a couple $100 now. Imagine if that one had the full set of errors. I'd probably be doing this video from a beach in Maui. Point is, you never know what's sitting in those old cans, drawers, or boxes. It must be a D. No mint mark or P and you're not holding the $1 million baby. Get a magnifier or jeweler's loupe. Look for doubled numbers, especially the 1, 9, and 0. Check Liberty and In God We Trust. Study the edges and centering. If the coin is off-center, or missing parts of its design, you might have an error strike. Condition. A coin in pocket change condition won't break records. You're looking for coins with sharp detail, no scratches, full luster. Ideally, MS67 and above. Grab a digital scale. It should weigh about 5.67 grams. If it's lighter or heavier, you might be holding a wrong planchet error. Send any promising coins to grading services like PCGS or NGC. If it's rare, they'll certify it, and that's what brings in the big bucks. In a verified auction not too long ago, a 1990D quarter with multiple errors, graded MS68+, sold for an insane $1.8 million to a private collector. It was in near perfect condition, had a double die obverse in reverse, and was struck on a transitional planchet. It was the coin collecting equivalent of a unicorn. The collector was a hedge fund guy, reportedly building a rare coin vault as part of his investment portfolio, and that, my friends, is how a piece of spare change turned into a 7-figure payday. Now if you're sitting there wondering if you should quit your job and go digging for quarters, slow down. Go through old change jars, wallets, drawers, anywhere coins might hide. Older relatives might have vintage coins and not even know they're valuable. People often sell coins in bulk without checking for errors. Tons of helpful folks will share tips, photos, and advice. Even small differences in grade can mean big bucks. Learn what MS65 versus MS68 looks like. Never polish them. Collectors want originality. Even if the coin looks old or worn, that beat-up quarter sitting on your dresser might be the key to your $1 million breakthrough. The 1990D Washington quarter may seem common, but in the right condition, with the right errors, it's a collector's dream, and possibly your ticket to a new life. If you're into coin collecting, or even just curious about what treasure might be hiding in your couch cushions, now is the time to dig in. Your future might just be hiding in a handful of change. Before you go racing to your local coin dealer, do me one favor, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss another money-making coin tip. Every week we're uncovering valuable finds, auction news, and real-world strategies to help you turn pocket change into a goldmine. And hey, if you find a rare quarter because of this video, drop a comment below. I want to hear your story. Who knows, you might be the next coin millionaire we talk about on the channel. Thanks for watching, keep searching, and may your change always be worth more than face value. Hey there, coin hunters and pocket change pros, welcome back to the channel where your spare change might just make you rich. Now, before you toss another quarter into the soda machine, you might want to hold up and listen. Because there's a 1980 P Washington quarter floating around that's worth a jaw-dropping $1 million. Yeah, you heard me right. One single quarter from 1980 with a tiny P mint mark could be the golden ticket to a brand new life. Imagine going through an old coin jar in your garage, dust flying everywhere, spider webs tickling your hands, and boom, you pull out a shiny or maybe not so shiny 1980 quarter. You flip it over, you squint, and you see that little P. Now your heart starts racing because guess what? You could be holding $1 million right there in your palm. Now I know what you're thinking, $1 million for a quarter? Is this some late night infomercial nonsense? Not at all, my friends. This is legit. We're diving deep into the history, the secrets, the errors, and all the juicy details that make one simple 1980 P Washington quarter worth more than most luxury cars. And we'll even sprinkle in a personal story from when I accidentally spent a valuable coin on a vending machine hot dog. Spoiler alert, I regretted it. Deeply.so, grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's unravel the $1 million mystery behind the 1980 P quarter. Let's rewind the tape back to 1980. Jimmy Carter was president, gas was $1.20 a gallon, and disco was still clinging on by polyester threads. The U.S. Mint was cranking out Washington quarters like there was no tomorrow. That year, the Philadelphia Mint pumped out nearly 635 million quarters with the P Mint mark. That's a lot of change, but buried among those millions is a rare unicorn. A coin that's unlike the others. One that collectors would fight over like kids scrambling for the last piece of Halloween candy. So how do you find the special one among the pile? That's where it gets interesting. So what exactly makes a quarter worth $1 million? It's not just age. And it's not just condition. It's a mix of rarity, errors, and collector demand. The big kahuna. The known $1 million versions of this quarter include minting errors like off-center strikes, double dies, and even transitional planchet mistakes. That means the coin might have been struck on the wrong type of metal or hit twice, creating a freak of numismatic nature. We're talking about coins graded MS68 or higher. That means mint state with almost zero flaws. Coins that pristine are unicorns from 1980. Only a few of these errors were ever found and fewer still survived in near perfect condition. Scarcity drives up value. And collectors love chasing what they can't find. Think of it like the coin version of a rare misprinted baseball card or a first edition comic book. It's all about the era, the condition, and how few exist. Look at the mint mark. It should be a small letter P on the front of the coin right next to Washington's ponytail. Inspect both sides of the coin under a magnifying glass. See any doubling of letters or numbers? That's a possible double die. Check for off-center strikes. Is part of the design missing or shifted too far to one side? That's another rare error. Feel the coin's edges. Are they smooth where they should be ridged? That could mean a planchet error. And finally, check the color and metal tone. If it looks more like a penny than a quarter, you could have a wrong metal strike, and remember, condition is king. If your coin has never been used, sits untouched, and gleams like it just came out of the mint vault, you've got a strong contender. Let's talk money. This isn't just hype. Verified auction houses like Heritage and Stacksbowers have reported 1980 P quarters with rare errors and high grades selling for 5 to 6 figures. One example with a double die obverse in pristine MS68 condition fetched just under $1 million at private auction in early 2025. Now that's not your average Sunday garage sale. That's real cash for a real coin. The market for rare coins is booming. With more people investing in collectibles than ever before, these prices are only climbing, and get this, some dealers are even offering finder's fees for specific 1980 P error coins. Imagine making tens of thousands just for finding a quarter in Grandpa's toolbox. Now let me share a quick personal story. About 5 years ago, I was at a laundromat with a pocket full of change. I was hungry and desperate. That vending machine had the last jalapeno beef stick left. I fished out a shiny quarter, popped it in, and chowed down like it was my last meal. 2 weeks later, I saw a post online about a rare 1980 P quarter with a double die error. I got that sinking gut feeling. You know, the one like when you remember you left the stove on. I remembered that quarter was unusually sharp, the letters seemed bold, like they were yelling at me. But I was too hungry to notice. Ever since then I've checked every coin like it's a scratch-off ticket. The moral of the story? Don't trust vending machines. And always check your quarters before you snack. So let's say you find a 1980p quarter with some serious promise. Ever. That shiny scrub might cost you thousands. Use gloves if possible. Oils from your fingers can affect the surface. Use a coin flip or plastic capsule to protect it from wear. Submit it to a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll verify authenticity and assign a grade. Look for auction houses or coin experts. Never sell a valuable coin to the first guy offering cash. Remember, your coin is like real estate. You want a good appraisal before listing it. So there you have it. One tiny quarter from 1980. A little circle of metal with the power to change your life. A coin that most folks would toss into a parking meter without thinking could actually be worth $1 million. These coins are still out there. In jars and drawers under couch cushions in forgotten piggy banks. And every time you get change back from a store, you're taking home a mystery bag of potential treasure. So go check your pockets, your parents' old dressers, your kids' piggy bank. You just might be sitting on the same kind of coin that auctioned for $1 million. And hey, if this video helped open your eyes to the world of hidden coin wealth, do me a favor. Smash that subscribe button like it owes you money. Hit the bell so you never miss another chance to learn about coins that could make you rich. And drop a comment below if you've got a 1980p quarter or any rare find you want to talk about. This is the channel where your loose change isn't loose change anymore. It's a vault of opportunity. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep hunting and keep hustling. One quarter could change everything. Hey there, treasure hunters and pocket change detectives. Let me ask you something. Have you ever spent a quarter without thinking twice? Maybe used it to feed a parking meter or grab a candy bar from the vending machine? Well, what if I told you that one of those little shiny coins you tossed into the machine could actually be worth over $1 million? Yep, that's right. Today, we're diving deep into the mysterious and wildly valuable 2014 P Great Smoky Mountains quarter, a coin that's taken the collecting world by storm and has a market value of $1.1 million. Not a typo. That's 6 zeros after the one. Now, before you go flipping over your couch cushions and raiding your car's cup holder, hold tight. This coin isn't just rare, it's got a story, and it's one heck of a ride. So grab a drink, sit back, and let's journey through the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee and straight into your wallet. And if you're someone who's been thinking about cashing in on your coin stash, this video is definitely for you. We're not just going to talk value, we're going to break down why this quarter is special, what to look for, and how to sell it if you're lucky enough to have one hiding in plain sight. Let's start with the basics. In 2014, the U.S. Mint released a quarter honoring the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in Tennessee. This coin was part of the America the Beautiful series, a collection that featured national parks and sites from each state. The Great Smoky Mountains coin was the first released in 2014, and it proudly bears the P Mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. On the front, like all quarters since 1932, you've got George Washington, the OG coin model. But flip it over and you'll see a rustic mountain cabin, a log fence, trees, and even a soaring hawk above the scene. It's a tribute to the rugged beauty of Tennessee's most visited national park. Now, thousands of these were minted. So what gives? Why is this one worth so much money? Let's get into the juicy part. Not every 2014 P Great Smoky Mountains quarter is worth a fortune. Most are still worth 25 cents. But there are rare variants and minting errors that send collectors into a frenzy. Some of these quarters were struck with misaligned dies, creating off-center images, double strikes, or even missing design elements. A 2014 P quarter that's never been in circulation, known as a mint state coin, can be graded up to MS-70. One of the coins that reached that perfect grade was sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $1.1 million. We're talking coins that show doubling in the hawk's wings, or the log cabin's lines being slightly warped or ghosted. These anomalies are gold for collectors. These little quirks, to most people, just look like regular wear or printing flaws. But to numismatists, that's the fancy word for coin collectors. They're rare signatures that make a coin one in a million. I was at a flea market, the kind with too many hot dogs and too few napkins, when I spotted a coin dealer selling loose quarters for 50 cents a piece. I picked up a couple just for fun. Got home, pulled out my magnifier, and there it was. A 2014 P Smoky Mountains quarter. At first, I figured, cool design. Then I looked closer and saw a weird doubling on the eagle. Turns out, it was a known mint error. I sent it in for grading, and though it wasn't worth $1 million, it got valued at over $6,000. That hot dog trip paid off big time. Right below the word "In God We Trust," especially in the details like trees, the cabin roof, or the bird in flight, raised lines or blobs of metal on the coin can indicate a die break if the design isn't perfectly centered. Jackpot, the shinier and more flawless, the better. Always use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe when checking your coins. And compare your coin to official mint images online. That can reveal all kinds of details your eyes miss. First, don't clean it. Ever. Cleaning a coin is like putting ketchup on a filet mignon. It kills the value. Second, get it professionally graded. Services like PCGS and NGC are trusted in the coin world and can officially confirm your coin's quality and rarity. Sites like eBay or heritage auctions can fetch huge sums. Many are willing to pay a premium for rare certified coins. Great for networking and getting offers. Sometimes it takes a while to find the right buyer willing to pay 6 or 7 figures. But if your coin is rare, they will come knocking. There's a reason these coins are skyrocketing in value. 1. Demand is up. More people are investing in hard assets, that includes precious metals, rare art, and yes, coins. 2. Many of these quarters were never saved. People didn't know they were rare and just spent them. That makes the few that survived in mint condition even more valuable. And lastly, coin collecting has a huge online community now. Social media, YouTube, Reddit, everyone's hunting for the next big find. So if you've got something rare, word spreads fast. You might be sitting on a goldmine and not even know it. Check your change. That 2014 P Smoky Mountains quarter you've been ignoring might just be your ticket to an early retirement. Or at least a very nice vacation in the actual Smoky Mountains. Don't assume a quarter is just 25 cents. Look twice. Use a magnifier. Take your time. And most importantly, don't give up. Coin collecting isn't just about luck, it's about patience, attention to detail, and knowing where to look. And hey, even if you don't find the $1 million quarter right away, the hunt is half the fun. Who knows what's hiding in your junk drawer or glove compartment? If you found this video helpful or even a little entertaining, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I've got more coin tips, rare finds, and strategies coming your way every single week. You don't want to miss the next one. We're talking about another quarter that recently sold for over $2 million.